team as they interplay here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 14 carries, 68 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Newman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable now for Woodson. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you've got to find a way. To hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah. They were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 14 carries, 54 yards.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second and 8. Back to throw. Washington. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Washington. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How
about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Washington. To the right side and complete to Hurst. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Washington. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go down at the 28. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he has another 1st down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And they'll try to run the option here. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Looking to throw. Washington. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They go play action now. Lawrence. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Oh, some strong running. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Taken at about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
49 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's Kamara out of the pistol.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Off play action. Washington. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. From the gun on 3rd down. Washington, touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. That time a 9-play drive. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. But to throw again is Lawrence. Got a man, that's Ayuk. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence, he finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Ramsey. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Washington. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st down, Washington drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the gun, Washington going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Washington going deep for Diggs. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll get you the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Off the play fake. Washington out to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. A give. This is Kamara. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff. Johnson. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They go to Johnson again. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And Kamara with a call on first down as he works his way forward for a gain of about 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Washington escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On 4th down, Washington. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On first down, Lawrence. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chris Rumph leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. To try again after the sack. Lawrence. This one swung out to Montgomery. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd and 10. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that cuts this lead down to 13. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Throwing on first down. Washington flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Washington. Michael Gallup with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for two. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 2, now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And Allen's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, They want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st and 10, Washington. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Washington. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off-play action. Washington. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. To throw on third down, Washington. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And he's got Hurst as tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running with Kamara. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Washington. That is taken in by Hurst. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Johnson again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 7 yards, the pickup there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ramsey. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Lawrence on 1st down. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Lawrence looking for Allen. He's got him on the slam. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramsey. And running with power here. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play there for Philly. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. This is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Washington. Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
54, Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. And let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
On first down, Washington. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stopped us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A big offensive explosion helped leading them.